Good morning, guys. I'm so glad you are able to join. And today is Thursday, May 4th. We're doing Module 4 and Lesson 34. So, before we get started, as always, let's take a moment and appreciate everything and everyone that we have in our lives. And just in general, say thank you to um, everything and everyone that surrounds us. So today our objective is to represent subtraction story problem by breaking, crossing out, or hiding a part. Um, as you can see from previous couple of lessons, we've been doing subtraction and addition all together, but today we are doing subtraction and we're going to show one of the numbers disappear, or one of the numbers going down by breaking, crossing, or hiding the part to come up with an answer. Some of the materials you'll be needing are loose leaf paper, something to write with. You will need your math book, you'll need your number bond chart, and you'll need something around the house, about 10 pieces of it. So at this time, please pause the video and gather up your materials, and we'll get started with our application problem. So I'll be reading the application problem twice, and I will do my application problem, and I need you guys to pause the video and do the application problem. And once you are done, you can come back to see if my answer matches your answer. Okay? Jace had 8 checkers. His friend took 3 away. How many checkers did Jace have left? Draw a picture of the story. Make a number bond and a number sentence about the story. I'll read it one more time. Jace had 8 checkers. His friend took 3 away. How many checkers did Jace have left? Draw a draw a picture of the story. Make a number bond and a number sentence about your story. So, as you can see, you have your math story and you have to do 3 things. 1, you have to draw the picture. 2, you have to draw a number bond. And 3, you have to make a number sentence. So we know he has 8 checkers. So I will first draw 8 checkers. The next information is given to us is his friend took 3 away. So I will make 3 disappear because his friend took 3 away. How many checkers did he have left? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So now I have to do a number bond. So let's do the number bond. I have my number bond ready, and I know from the story he has 8, right? Because the story told us he has 8. And then he gave 3 away. How would you show that 3 of them went away? In the picture, I made 3 disappear. In the number bond, I can't really make a number disappear, so I'm going to write an X on top of it to show the 3 was taken away, which means I am left with 5. So I have 8, 3 disappear, I'm left with 5. So now my number sentence looks like 8 minus, to show that it's taken away, 3. How many? 3 taken away equals to 5. Again, 8 minus 3 equals 5. So we will have, in our lesson today, we have again 2 problem sets. I'm sorry, 2 math story problems. The first one, which is this one, we will do it together. No, the first one, you watch me do it, and then the next one, we'll do it together. So the lesson goes, Ileana had 9 grapes. She shared 4 grapes with a friend. How could we show in our drawings? Draw a number sentence matching your picture. Again, Ileana had 9 grapes. So let's do 9 grapes. And as you notice in my lessons, I'm not drawing 9 in different ways. I'm doing in a 5 group way all the time because we need to get started or get used to doing things in 5 group way, which means 5 of the pieces always together and then everything else comes after. So now, going back to our story problem, she shared 4 grapes, which means 4 of them she had to give it away. How many does she have left? She has 5 left. And one of the questions says, how could we show that in our drawing? So I made them disappear because it's a computer. But if I were to be doing this in person with you guys, I could erase it, or I can put an X mark on the grapes to show that she no longer has those grapes. Now, the number sentence that goes with it is 9, because I started with the 9, and then she gave 4 away to show take away. We do subtraction, so I did subtraction. How many did she give away? 4. So then the equal sign represents how many are at the end, meaning the answer. And the answer is 5. And these 5 represents the 5 grapes are here. So 9 minus 4 equal 5. Great. So now in this one, I want us to do it together. So please take out 10 of your materials and put it in front of you. And I'll read the story problem and we'll do it together. So you have 10 materials in front of you. Make sure you are lining them up in a 5-group way, just like the way I did. I did pencils. You don't have to do pencils. Whatever materials you have, make sure you do 5 in the top, 5 in the bottom to show that they're 5-group way. So the story goes, Layla have 10 pencils and she gave 3 to her brother. Draw a picture and write a number sentence matching the story. Again, Layla have 10 pencils. She gave 3 to her brother. Draw a picture and write a number sentence to match the picture. So I already draw the picture, which is my 10 pencils, and she gave 3 away. So I'm going to put X's on the 3 to show that she gave 3 away. How would you show yours? How would you show that she gave 3 away? Because you guys have a physical material, meaning you have the materials in front of you and not like in the computer. So one of the ways you can do is take 3 pencils or any of the objects you have in front of you from your 10 and put it to the side. And you'll notice that you have 5 on the top and 2 in the bottom, which means 7. You should have 7 materials in front of you. If you have 7 materials in front of you, give me a thumbs up. That's great. So the number sentence would follow is 10, because we started with 10, and then she gave 3 away. So 10 minus 3 equals 7. Again, 10 minus 3 equals 7. Great job. So at this time, please put your materials away, and we will get started with our problem set. So please take out a pen or a pencil or anything that you write with and write your name and today's date. So before we get started, we are doing problem set 34. Again, it's 34, and this is only for the students who have the math book. So if you have the math book, please go to the page where it says lesson 34 in module 4, and today's date is 5-14-20. Please make sure you put name and date on both pages. I know I have both pages on the screen, but on your book it might be looking a little bit different. It might be back to back, or it might be next to each other. Either way, make sure you put your name and today's date on both pages. So let's read the direction. Fill in the number sentence and the number bond. There are 9 babies playing. 2 crawled away. How many babies are left? So as you can see, we have a picture of 9 babies, and in the picture it showed the 2 babies were crawling away. And the number sentence goes 9 minus 2 equal blank. Again, 9 minus 2 equal blank. So let's count. Since 2 of them crawled away, let's put an X next to them because they left. And let's count how many I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'm going to put 7 babies left, which means 9 minus 2 equals 7. Now this number sentence have to match the number bond, which is up here. I have 9 as a whole, they already gave us, and also have 2 as one of the parts. So I already know the 2 I have to take away, which is a subtraction. So I'm going to put X on top of the 2 to show that 2 we're taking away. And then the answer is 7. So I'm going to put 7 over here to show that the answer is 7. So I need you to do the ones that I'm putting check marks on. I need you to do them by yourself. Parents, these are very wordy, these are very lengthy, so please make sure you're reading the directions to the children, and please go slow because subtraction is a bit tricky. The concept itself is a little bit more difficult for students to follow, so please make sure you're taking your time reading the story and the direction so they can get familiar with the clues and the keywords that I have mentioned in when I introduced subtraction in the beginning of the module. And make sure you let them do the work by themselves, you know, in between works, in between reading the stories. Ask questions like how many are the picture talking about, how many was added or how many was taken away. If it is taken away, what sign does it go? If there is more coming, then what sign do we use? So questions like these, when you ask, it will be easier for students to understand if it is a subtraction problem or an addition problem. Again, this 2 pages are for the students who have math book. This page is for the students who does not have math book. Again, this is for the students who does not have math book. As always, please put your date and name. So I'm going to do the same. For this, as always, you do not have to draw the picture. You just draw circles to represent the pictures. Let's read the story. There were 8 penguins. 2 penguins went back to the ship. Cross out 2 penguins and fill in the number sentence and the number bonds. So the story told us that we have 8, and I'm going to cross 2 off to show that 2 of them, like these 2, went to the ship, right? And it shows over here too. So now we just have to count how many are left. So I'm going to change the color to make it easy for us to count. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I have, the way I showed is I put a line on the penguins. It's easier for me to count. So 8 minus 2, because I crossed 2 off, is 6. So now it's the number bond time. Number bond, they already wrote 8 for us, right? So now I'm just going to write 2 to show that 2 of them went away to the ship. And I'm left with 6. Remember, these 2, which are the 2 parts of the whole, you have to make sure that it matches the number sentence up here. Because if you put any other number other than 6 and 2 or 2 and 6, then it will be marked incorrect because you don't have any other number besides 8 and 2 on this page. I want you to do the rest by yourself. And when you submit, again, you don't have to draw the bears. It's totally up to you. You can, or the penguins, you can just draw circles and squares or lines or anything that's easy for you to do and cross them off as they require you to do. So last but not least, so today I would love to give shout outs to all the kindergarten children in K316 and K318 because they work very hard in their math, in their ELA and foundations, or just in general, dance and music. I have seen that they are very hardworking students. They try to submit their work on time. They participate and they join us for Google Meets or even a phone conversation. So we really, really appreciate you, children from K316 and K318. All of us miss you, and we cannot wait to see you in a new school year. Have a good day, and please stay safe.